everyone, welcome back to my channel Flourish with Aish, and here I have with me my super close friend Reeds.
Hi guys!
Yes, as an invitee today, as our guest. She is also a master's in nutrition. She is working with Day to Day. You won't even say that.
I'd rather not.
So she works as a dietitian and works with a lot of people who are into post-operative care. Am I right?
Yes.
Maybe
For a change, yes.
Yeah, okay. Alright. So, yes. Today we'll be talking to you about a few fun things that we thought is really funny for us at least. And I'm sure all of you will have the same questions to your dietitians or to us. But here is a fun take on what is true, what is not, what is stupid even. Yeah.
A lot stupid.
Yeah, some myths that we would like to help you break, and also some small information that we would like to put across to you. So do like, share, subscribe, watch, and probably educate the others as well. Right, ready, Reeds? Ready to go into some questions that we have got. Actually, over the years, I think, since we've started being nutritionists, over the years, like what, say,
2.5 years,
yeah, so since then we've got like various questions from all the various people we have worked with across India, sometimes across the globe, even. Yeah, those are fun actually. Okay, so I have a question for you. We just have like about 5 to 6 questions. Okay, so I have a question for you that, or something that we notice and see, right? People starving themselves to lose weight. What's first? What's your reaction to it when somebody says that I haven't eaten in 3 days because I want to lose weight?
Oh my god, that's like the most terrible thing to do to your body, to be very honest. And it's not at all worth it. You
Yeah.
can lose weight, you can eat everything and still lose weight, you know? It's
Yes.
not that hard, honestly.
Yeah, you just need somebody to guide you. In
Yeah,
that.
like us. Someone like us.
Yeah, that's what we do for a living. Yes. And what do you have to say for people who are actually doing that? For a lot of people, I know it's psychological
Yeah.
than a physical requirement.
I feel, you know, when people do such things, it's mostly related to eating disorders. I would say, you know, then it kind of becomes like a cycle where you just go on starving yourself just to lose weight.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel it's more of a societal thing now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think that's right in any
Yeah,
way.
so I'm eating a soup today for lunch. What about you? Oh, you've taken such a big portion size. You know, things like that. That's what people say.
Yeah, exactly. I end up having an entire meal every day.
Your
Or
meal,
3
please.
times. I don't know why do people do that. Honestly, I don't get it. I mean,
Yeah.
where's the logic?
Yeah. So mostly what you're doing when you're starving is you are really depriving your body of basic requirement
Exactly.
and emotionally placing a lot of stress,
Exactly.
especially on your hormones,
Yeah.
and that is actually going to work against you rather than for you.
Yeah. Like we say, you know, that it's a holistic approach.
Yes.
You know, so every small
Holistic,
thing
yeah.
that you do
More of a
affects you.
combination.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
But you know what, Aish? Once I got this client
Mhm.
who wanted to lose weight,
okay.
but they didn't want to eat any fruits and vegetables either. Isn't that like weird?
What do they want to eat then?
A lot of fried stuff and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, I have actually had a very bad experience with one of my clients as well.
Okay.
She said, I'm not going to eat all your gaspos. Give me only non-veg and rice. I was like, okay. But she said, don't make me eat pulses and your gaspos diet. It never works. I know for a lot of people it is cultural, your food choices. And many households, as I know, also do not include many vegetables. They're just like selected carrot, radish, cucumber. I mean, that's their selection only.
That's just weird.
Yeah. So what here I think answering your question is that people don't like to eat fruits, vegetables, mostly cultural choices, or you know, it's just where they stay or probably availability. But when you include many kinds of fruits and vegetables, you're not just adding variety, which is fun, trust me.
It is.
Yeah, not just variety, you are also adding various components that is not available in all foods, right? There are certain foods that's rich in phosphorus, certain in iron, certain calcium, and magnesium, whatever. Different micronutrients and nutrients. So when you're having a combination, you're having everything
Exactly.
instead of taking a pill, right?
Exactly.
I mean, we have multivitamin pills,
I swear.
but you're not ready to eat multivitamin naturally available
No,
vegetables.
I don't know why do people do that.
Yeah.
It's there's no shortcut to it. They don't
Yes.
get it.
Use these
Yeah.
pills to support, but not as a replacement.
Exactly. Only if you know you have like a medical condition or
Yeah,
something,
or
then it makes
probably a
sense.
hyper
Yeah.
requirement.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's one thing. And fruits and vegetables add a lot of fiber.
Definitely.
A lot. So there was one study actually that I came across. It said that Africans, the weight of their shit is like a lot than compared to probably people from US and the western side. And they found that the Africans were a lot healthy. Their gut was healthy. They suffered from less lifestyle diseases, and they attributed to the weight of their shit because when you have more fiber, that is more of
It's adding more
pulses,
bulk.
yes,
Exactly.
pulses and vegetables and fruit. That fiber is in fact nourishing your gut, the bacteria in it,
Exactly. Yeah.
and then keeping you healthy, keeping your cholesterol,
Yeah,
diabetes,
yeah.
all of it in check.
Yeah, and I think it all at the end of the day starts with the gut.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely.
I mean, there's nothing else really that matters. If
Yeah.
your gut is healthy, you are healthy. At the
Yeah,
end
I
of
mean, it's
the
the
day.
core of
Yeah.
your whole system.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where vegetables and fruits play a major role.
Definitely.
Yeah. So add more of that, add variety, add vegetables, fruits, add your nutrients, like what you get in your packets. It's like packed naturally
Yeah.
by nature, and then a lot of fiber, so that helps ton loads. Okay, and I have, this is like some super debatable question, alright? It is
Okay.
about having wheat and
Okay.
rice.
Okay.
So wheat, we hear it's not good because it's got gluten.
Okay.
Yeah, the in thing is like no gluten. We don't want it because suddenly it's not good
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
some business is branding it as such.
Mhm.
And second thing is rice is not good either. So what I want to ask you is, really, is it so? What's your take? Second thing
Okay.
is that we have grown up, like right from ancestral times,
Yeah.
we have been eating these. These are our staple foods. Like, then why is it bad for us?
Yeah. Yeah.
Two questions.
Okay. So firstly, it's not bad.
It's food.
Exactly. No food is bad at the end of the day, right? And yeah, definitely wheat does contain gluten, and there are certain people who should restrict it or who should avoid it, definitely, because those are people who are allergic to it. Okay, like some people have gluten allergy or the celiac disease. Okay, so there are different diseases like that for which gluten should be cut down on. Okay, but since we are Indians, we have been living on wheat since we were kids. Okay.
Yeah.
And our gut is kind of designed for such kind of food.
Exactly.
Okay, and people don't get it.
Yeah.
They just don't get it. I mean,
We are inbuilt to eat these
exactly,
things.
exactly. So it's completely okay to have gluten. There's nothing wrong with it. As I said, unless and until you're allergic to it, I
Yeah.
don't see any reason to stop it.
Yeah. Okay. Unless and until you're medically diagnosed
Exactly.
with it.
Yeah. And also, of course, you know, if you get an allergy test or something,
Yeah.
and that kind of tells you that
Yes.
you have gluten allergy, so then definitely you should avoid it. But otherwise, definitely.
And what about rice? Rice,
Oh.
not eating at night, don't
Okay.
eat this much, that much.
Okay, see, first
Red rice, white rice, oh my god, there's so much.
Okay, so rice basically is the most easily digestible form of food. Okay, I don't know why do people avoid it at night, be it daytime, whatever it is. I don't see any reason to avoid it. It is really good for the gut.
Okay. What's like the alternative that since people are saying that?
Yeah. So unless and until maybe if you're a diabetic, okay, so maybe that is when you should look at it because the glycemic index, the glycemic load, and all of that comes into picture. But otherwise, I don't see the reason to avoid it. Even if you are diabetic, you can still have a combination food.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
what.
Yeah,
matters, right?
exactly. Maybe say vegetable rice, where fiber also is added along with the rice. Or you can also include a salad along with white rice, maybe a cucumber salad or something
Yeah.
to go with it.
Combination. I
Yeah.
think combination is like
Yeah.
the key.
Exactly.
Instead of
yeah,
saying I'm eating rice, but I'm going to eat like a mountain of rice
yeah,
and only rice, I think
Yeah,
you should
yeah.
go ahead, take it from dietitians. Alright? We've studied this for like 5 years now.
yeah.
Okay, so we've
Yeah.
spent our lifetime studying this, but the combination is what really matters, because you have to be mindful about the portion size, how much of what you're eating. No food is bad until and unless eaten in controlled and limited and as required
Yeah.
portion size.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's one thing. Yes. Okay. And then yeah, this is another fun thing that came across, which you actually told me about, right?
Oh, what was that?
Yeah. So you were talking about women exercising
Yeah, yeah.
post-pregnancy, during their lactation or when they're nursing or
Yeah.
breastfeeding.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So since I'm working with quite a lot of women these days, in their pregnancy care, pre-conception, pregnancy care, and post, along with yoga and stuff. So what I've seen with experience and what I've studied, all of it, exercise does not affect milk production until and unless you're probably running for 7 hours a day or something, which nobody has the time to do.
Time, and also imagine a pregnant woman.
I mean, yeah. Pregnant or lactation doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So at least 30 minutes of exercise is required. If I can't even emphasize the importance of it, it is actually required, and it is not going to affect your milk production and your nursing. In fact,
I guess it's more needed
yeah,
than
and yes,
yeah.
there are some things like what exercise can do to you. Okay, first and foremost, your body is already prepared for the entire phase of lactation.
Exactly.
You've stored all the energy, the fat, the protein that you need. Your body is continuously producing it, and you don't have to worry about it. One, Mother Nature will take care of it. Two, at least 30 to 40 minutes of exercise helps improve your mood.
Yeah.
And helps relieve stress. Okay,
Yeah.
helps you sweat out toxins from your body, and also whenever you exercise, you're having the super good endorphin release. Now you are in a good mood, you also have the energy to take care of your little one.
Exactly.
You're gonna bond better, not only with the baby but everybody at home. You're not gonna be
Yeah.
like a volcano of emotions.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah. So I really would urge people to work out
Yeah.
any form, whatever you choose. Right?
Yeah, maybe just a little lighter than
Yeah.
you would usually do,
Yeah.
and maybe contact someone who has
Yes.
expertise in it. Of
Yeah,
course,
like
just
a
don't do whatever.
gynecologist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And yeah, please use somebody who has knowledge of what they're
Exactly,
doing.
that's very important.
Yeah. So if you do not have any medical complications, do consult your gynecologist and start at the earliest.
Yeah, and even your dietitian, I mean us. Come on. Yeah, that's
We will take care of your nutrition. Don't have to worry
We will.
about the
Yeah,
milk
yeah.
production.
Yeah, and even exercising, I think they can contact you for that as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yoga.
yoga. Yeah.
Yeah, we have this new pregnancy and yoga plan that's come
Oh,
out,
okay.
rolling
Okay.
out Jan.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes. We had some people or like a batch before, but we're starting a new one.
Okay.
It's from Jan. So
Okay.
that's going to be really fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah, you can contact either of us for nutrition, okay?
Definitely.
Yeah. Alright, so these were some things that we wanted to
Yeah.
answer, but I know you'll have like a lot more questions that you would want to put. So share this video with people so you and your friends can ask us a lot more questions, and we'll
Yeah.
come out with another video answering more questions.
And maybe, just drop in
Yeah,
the
messages
comments
on
or
Instagram,
messages, anything.
Facebook,
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
not WhatsApp.
Definitely not.
Or probably if you're taking our program in WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much for this fun watching
Thank
this fun
you.
video, and thank you Ree. for
Thanks,
being
Aish.
part of this
Definitely.
and more such journeys with them.
Definitely.
So, yeah, we're rolling.
Yeah.
Please, I think I'm sitting too close to you. I think you're too much into my life. What? Space out. Let's start. So,
Space you need.
I'm going. Bye.